Welcome to Critical Condition Sports. My name is Jose, and today I'm being joined by Luc LaPointe from the Silver Screen Talk. How are you doing, Luke?
I'm doing all right, Jose. How you doing, buddy?
Doing great, man. It's awesome that we're able to get you back on, man. I know we did the Cobra Kai review. It was awesome with you, man. How you been?
I've been doing well. But hitting on some bets. Actually, I did lose a couple of college basketball bets last night. But excited for the Super Bowl. Always. I'm a big football guy, so excited to see.
Yeah, well, Super Bowl week is upon us. We're gonna start, I guess, in a sense, festivities. There's media days and everything kicking off. And obviously the storylines are going and they're at full speed ahead. Are you excited for this game?
Yeah. I'm very excited. Actually, I have a couple of buddies who are going to the game because and are going to be working the events because I'm in a professional sports management fraternity, and that's one of the things that we are doing. I didn't get an opportunity to apply for that last semester because I was in the rush process and the pledge process. But I have a couple of buddies who are going to be working the Super Bowl, so I'm very excited for them. That's their first Super Bowl that they're going to.
Nice. It sounds like a very exciting experience and a very intriguing game. We have the Kansas City Chiefs going up against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the home playing Tampa Bay
Yeah, first
Buccaneers.
time ever.
Yeah,
First time ever.
Yeah, and they'll be traveling. That game's going to be this Sunday, 5:30 p.m. Central Time on CBS. What are you looking forward to when it comes to this game about storylines, man? Because we're going to go about it all week long with storylines here.
I mean, look, storylines. This is maybe some of the best storylines we've had in the last few years. I mean, first off, you have the whole Brady GOAT debate, which for me, sure. we are Pats fans. We know Brady is the greatest ever, but for some people who've always doubted it, the fact that he took the reins of this Tampa Bay Bucs team, who they've added some weapons, but still, they were 7-9 last year,
yes,
and now they're 11-5. And they just cruise to the playoffs so far. I'm very excited to see what Brady does to just cement his legacy. And then the Chiefs, many people are saying, oh, this is going to be the next dynasty in the NFL. And so the big storyline that I'm looking forward to is this the passing of the torch from Brady to Mahomes. I think that's what everyone's looking forward to.
For sure. Absolutely. And, just to piggyback off what you said, Brady taking over, yes, a 7-9 team in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Sorry. The thing is about this, he also took over a team that hadn't been to the playoffs since 2007.
Yeah, with Jeff Garcia.
Yeah,
Jeff Garcia was the last quarterback to take him there. That's how long it's been.
Yeah, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have won a Super Bowl, but it's been since 2002 since they were able to taste the championship or taste the champagne, better yet. And so this team really, besides, that 2002 season where they won the Super Bowl, hasn't truly been relevant. And even when you think about the last time they were in the playoffs back in 2007, they were knocked off by the eventual Super Bowl winners, the New York Giants. You can ask Brady about that. He knows that very too.
He knows all about that.
For sure. So this team really hasn't been relevant. And, I'll start off by saying that I've heard a lot of chatter that, Brady took over a solid team. But here's the thing, though. There's a lot of dysfunction in Tampa when it comes to the kind of success that they've been able to achieve. So I think it makes what Brady's been able to do that much more impressive. Do you agree?
Oh, 100%. And we talk about the weapons. Look, you still had Jameis Winston still had Mike Evans. He still had Chris Godwin. He still had O.J. Howard. He still had really great weapons. I mean, the way that Godwin has kind of come onto the scene since he came out of Penn State a couple of years ago. But I'm a big Penn State guy, so I knew he was going to be great. But Jameis Winston still had 3 Pro Bowlers at skill positions on offense, and he still couldn't do it. Brady, they added Gronk. Gronk's not at his best, but I mean, this is a team that, like you said, hasn't been relevant for almost 13, 14 years, and hasn't won a Super Bowl in nearly 20. This is a team with dysfunction, no expectations, and the fact that Brady immediately comes in. And then we go from, okay, well, the Bucs, they might slide into a wild card, with Jameis Winston too. Okay, Tom Brady's here. We are immediately competing for a Super Bowl. It just, it makes all the sense of the world. That's what Tom Brady does to a team.
Yeah, and it's fantastic to see that. We're both Pats fans. Big fans. Obviously, we wish it would have been the Pats in the Super Bowl this year. Obviously, without a doubt. But obviously, he left for that, and I think it's real big key when it comes to obviously Tom's legacy and obviously the spotlight on Patrick Mahomes as this young guy, up and coming guy, trying to take the baton from him. Now, what's your key to the game, Luke? What are you going to be paying attention to the most when it comes to who wins this game and what's actually going to come down to?
Right. So, as we both know, the Bucks and the Chiefs, two high-powered, high-octane offenses
Yes.
here. You know, especially the Chiefs, they can get the ball and score in a minute and a half, no problem. They are surgical. They are precise on all their drives. Patrick Mahomes, he can quickly connect on these 20-yarders, just Kelsey, or, you get these little 15-yard out, slant route, stuff like that on the post, on the flat, to guys like Mecole Hardman or Tyreek Hill, and they can immediately turn that into a 40-yarder. So the importance for me is, and then with Brady, all his weapons, AB, Gronk, Godwin, all those guys. And then I'm pretty sure for the Chiefs also we have Clyde Edwards-Helaire coming back for the game.
Yes.
For me, it's the defense. For me, it's can that Tampa Bay defensive line, which did a great job putting pressure on Aaron Rodgers, continue to do that against Mahomes. And then their secondary, which has been a little shoddy all season, in my opinion, has really stepped up in the playoffs. I mean, they could have very easily lost that NFC Championship game to the Packers because Brady had those 3 picks in the second half. They could have easily fallen apart. But guess what? You had a couple drives in there where the Packers were driving, and then guess what? You had pressure on Rodgers. You had good zone coverage. You had good coverage. So you had these coverage sacks. That's the stuff they have to do against Mahomes. And you have with this type of speed that the Chiefs have at wide receiver, they need to be able to shut them down and really force the Chiefs into a run game. So one thing I'm looking at, who can get that first huge defensive stop? And I honestly think whoever wins the turnover margin is going to win this game.
Definitely. I think turnovers create opportunities. I think for me, the biggest thing is back to the Belichick days where how did the Patriots defense or how did the Patriots were able to beat a very strong, high-powered offense? You take away their best weapon. You make them play with one hand tied behind their back. So I think the biggest key for me that I'm looking at is how Todd Bowles is going to be able to adjust and try to really slow down Tyreek Hill. Because in the last game, I mean, you're looking at those numbers, crazy numbers, 13 catches, 269 yards, 3 total touchdowns. And that's just Tyreek Hill alone. I think that if that's what's going to happen this weekend, then I feel like it's going to be game over for the Bucks. So really limiting Tyreek Hill should be the number one priority when it comes to, playing this football game. And I think just all around for this football team, because, you've seen it. Tyreek Hill can burn you so many ways, man.
That secondary has to step up like they have no way, like they've done no other before this season. Like they need to play their best because, I mean, I talked about getting pressure on Mahomes, but guess what he can do? He can scramble like no other. And then on the run, it's not like he's going to be delivering inaccurate passes. He can be on the run, rolling out of the pocket, and still find his guy for 25, 30 yards like it was a designed route, like it was a designed play.
Yeah, like that's what I meant to do.
Pressure on Mahomes is important, but you need to be able to get the clamps on Hardman and Hill, and then hopefully linebackers can step up and put clamps on Kelsey.
Yeah, definitely. In that first matchup, so Mahomes threw for 469 yards. 351 of that was to Hill and Kelsey combined.
Yeah.
It's insane. Yeah. It's insane. Now, when it comes to this, do you think a loss here hurts Brady's legacy?
People are going to say that, so that would make him, 6-4 in the Super Bowl?
That make him 6-4.
Personally, I don't think so because you have to look at some of those individual Super Bowls in case of, we're Pats fans. We know Super Bowl 52. Guess what? Brady did everything he could in that game. That was on the defense, giving up 45 points.
41 to Nick Foles.
41, excuse me. 41 to 33, right. And then you have first Super Bowl against the Giants, that helmet catch from David Tyree. And then the second Super Bowl against the Giants was Mario Manningham. Yeah, so I don't think it hurts Brady's legacy. People will say that, but personally, win or loss, the fact that Brady took this Bucs team, from the dysfunctional place they were before he came in to where they are now, nothing can hurt his legacy right now, in my opinion.
So I'm going to go ahead and just tell you that I think it'll hurt his legacy if it's like 40-0, man.
Right, yeah. If it's blown out, if it's a blowout, like the way like the Seahawks blew out the Broncos, something like that. Yes, that would 100% hurt Brady's legacy because in that case he got shut down.
Yeah, exactly.
But if Brady does what he does and it's kind of on the defense, if it was that Chiefs offense was just too high powered, then I have no, it doesn't hurt Brady's legacy.
No, I definitely agree with you. Now, when it comes to this matchup, who do you like, man?
It is really tough because my brain does tell me to ride with the Chiefs because I really haven't seen a defense, maybe besides the Raiders, that really, really shut them down. And my heart, as I'll always love Tom Brady. I've been alive for 20 years, and almost all those years, Tom Brady was a Patriot.
Yeah.
So my heart tells me to ride with the Patriot, the Bucks. Uh, but I think that offense for Kansas City is just going to be too much. I think if you're a gambler like me, I'm a big gambler. I'll still take the Bucks to cover. It'll be close. It'll be a one possession game, but I just think the Chiefs are too much for that secondary, and I'd ride with the Chiefs for this Super Bowl.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and actually go with the Bucks in this game. I think it's gonna be very interesting. I feel like what I told you, what's gonna come down to is how they can, pretty much counter Tyreek Hill. And I think the biggest thing for
Mhm.
me is this Bucks offensive line is ranked fifth.
Yeah,
Brady's pressures are the fourth lowest all season long in the NFL. He's only been pressured
yeah,
24% of those dropbacks. I like I like Brady and I like his mentality because again, I feel like he changes this team. He
he does. He
himself is
has
what
the
changes the
experience.
culture to that team.
The experience is a huge factor
Yes,
there.
exactly. And the mentality of the leader, because you've seen quarterbacks that are leaders and quarterbacks that aren't. The
Yeah,
leadership that Brady has is something that you can't clone or you
I mean
can't.
that's the
Yeah,
you look at some of Brady's Super Bowl performances, whether that be Super Bowl 49 or Super Bowl 51, those two in particular. No other quarterback, maybe in NFL history, would have come back in those Super Bowls, especially Super Bowl 51. So,
yeah, for sure.
Brady is an X factor for sure. It's
So
tough. It's tough
it's a
to
tough
ride against
matchup.
Brady.
Yeah,
It
it
really is
is.
going to be a great game. It really is. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm expecting a high scoring game at least in
Yeah.
the 30s. If it's anything less than that or it turns into like a Rams Patriots Super Bowl, it will be
Yeah.
just a little
Anyway,
bit disappointing to be
I
honest.
am hammering that over. I am hammering the over. I'm taking the Bucks to cover, and then I'm taking Brady on passing yards. Whatever his over set out, I didn't check it yet, but
Yeah.
whatever his over set out, they're going to need him to. They can establish somewhat of a run with Ronald Jones, but I think Brady's going to need to throw the ball. He's going to need to throw the ball early and often to really set the pace of the game, and so I'm taking the over on Brady's passing yards as well.
Yeah. So there you go. Luke is going with the Chiefs. I'm going with the Bucks right now. Let us know what you think in the comment section down below and give us your thoughts. Thanks, Luke, for stopping by the show.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
All right, and to everybody, thanks for listening. I'll catch you later, guys. Goodbye.